And not for the first time, almost beaten by the lack of pace on serve. So victory for Alexandra Eala.
Alex Eala has stepped onto the stage at the Linz Open, and she's made her presence impossible to ignore. In a performance that was commanding, composed, and completely convincing, she dismantled Julia Grabher, the hometown favorite, the crowd's darling, the player fans believe could deliver something memorable on home soil. But Eala had no intention of fading into the background or playing the overwhelmed visitor. She came with a purpose. She came to win. And more importantly, she came to send a message, and she delivered it loud and clear. This wasn't just a routine first-round win. It felt bigger than that. It was a statement, a warning. Eala, stepping onto clay for the first time this season, showed the entire WTA field that she is ready for the challenge, that she is a serious threat, and that she's here to stay. What makes Eala so compelling is the way she approaches moments like this. There's no hesitation in her game, no slow adjustment period. She doesn't ease into matches or wait to build rhythm. From the very first point, she is fully locked in, focused, sharp, and playing at an intensity that immediately puts her opponents on the back foot. It's that ability to arrive match-ready, already operating at a high level, that makes her so dangerous every time she steps on court. And that is exactly what unfolded against Grabher. From the very first point, Eala's intent was obvious. She wasn't guessing or reacting, she was decisive. She came in with a clear game plan, and more importantly, she carried it out with precision. Even when Grabher began to respond, even when the hometown favorite tried to turn the match into a gritty, emotional battle fueled by the crowd, Eala never drifted away from her approach. She remained composed, steady, and firmly in control of the situation. Now let's walk through how this match played out, because it truly was compelling from beginning to end. Right from the opening game, both players showed they were ready for a high-level contest. This was never going to be easy. Grabher is a skilled competitor, comfortable on these courts, backed by strong home support, and more than capable of making things difficult. She wasn't going to give anything away. Eala came out sharp, taking the first 2 points and immediately setting the tone. But Grabher deserves real credit for her response. She didn't let the match slip early. She pushed back, steadied herself, and brought the score level, keeping the pressure on and extending the battle as the first set moved toward its midpoint at 3-all. And that was the turning point, the moment that revealed exactly what Eala is made of. With the score tied, momentum beginning to lean slightly toward Grabher, and the crowd growing louder with every rally, Eala made a choice. She made a clear decision in that moment. She was going to take full control of the match and not let it slip. Eala stepped forward with intent, applying constant pressure, breaking down Grabher's resistance, and making it obvious who the stronger player was on the day. Every point was contested and every game was tight, but Eala consistently found a way to come out on top when it mattered most. Her composure in key moments and her ability to execute under pressure carried her to a 6-4 first-set win, a set defined not just by skill, but by resilience and sharp mental focus. The second set followed a similar pattern, only this time with even greater authority. Eala came out firing, racing to a 3-game lead and immediately putting Grabher under pressure. To her credit, Grabher fought back with the crowd behind her, raising her level and briefly threatening to turn the match into a real contest. For a moment, it felt like the momentum could shift, but Eala quickly shut that down. She responded by elevating her game again, tightening her grip, and refusing to give away any ground. With complete control and unwavering focus, she closed out the second set 6-3. This was a dominant and convincing performance from start to finish, not a fortunate win or one that flattered her, but a result that truly reflected her level and authority on the court. This was a display of genuine quality on clay, a surface that many observers were carefully assessing to see how she would adjust after moving on from a hard-court season. And from the outset, Eala provided a clear and impressive answer. She looked completely comfortable throughout, never showing signs of uncertainty or difficulty with the conditions, and there was not a single phase of the match where her adaptation appeared in question. Her footwork was clean and efficient, her movement steady and well-balanced, and her ability to build points with patience and intelligence highlighted how naturally her game suits the slower clay surface. Everything about her performance suggested confidence and control, reinforcing the idea that she can translate her style effectively to this environment. Even at this early stage of the clay swing, she already stands out as one of the most formidable players in the draw. After the match, Eala also revealed the sportsmanship that has endeared her to many fans, remaining composed and respectful in victory as she took time to sincerely acknowledge Julia Grabher's effort, offering genuine praise for the level of resistance and determination her opponent showed. Her comments felt authentic rather than rehearsed, as she recognized the quality of the contest, appreciated the challenge she had faced, and extended her best wishes to Grabher for what lies ahead. This is who Eala is at her core: the sportsmanship she carries, the respect she shows toward her opponents, and the humility she maintains even in victory all come together to define her beyond just her results on the court. It's a quality that not only makes her an exceptional player to watch, but also a genuine ambassador for the sport, someone who represents it with class and integrity. Then came the moment that truly electrified the Filipino fans in attendance. Turning toward her supporters, many of whom had traveled or gathered in a foreign country just to back her, Eala addressed them directly in Filipino. Speaking in their language, she acknowledged their presence, expressed her gratitude, and shared a moment of connection that made every single fan feel recognized and appreciated. For Eala, this bond with her supporters isn't something staged for effect. It is authentic, personal, and deeply meaningful, and it stands as one of the most compelling parts of her journey. She went on to encourage them to return the following day, reminding them that the challenge ahead would be even greater as the intensity rises and the stakes get higher. Because next up, Eala is set to face Yelena Ostapenko, and the significance of that matchup is substantial, with so much on the line and a level of competition that promises to test her in every possible way. When these two players met previously, Eala entered as the clear underdog, while Yelena Ostapenko was the established, high-performing favorite, carrying strong form and confidence, with expectations pointing toward a straightforward win on paper. However, Eala had no intention of accepting that outcome. What followed was a gripping and highly competitive match that unfolded far beyond expectations. In the opening set, Eala found herself trailing by 4 points and facing the real possibility of losing it, a moment where many players might have lost control. Instead, she responded with impressive composure and resilience, staying mentally steady under pressure, handling the crucial points with confidence, and ultimately recovering to take the set in a tiebreak, 7-6. It was a standout display of mental strength. The second set carried a similar level of intensity. Eala built a solid 4-point advantage and appeared in position to close the match comfortably, but Ostapenko mounted a strong comeback, leveling the score and pulling the set back into a tight contest. At that stage, the difference between the two players became more apparent. Ostapenko continued to fight with intensity and emotion, while Eala maintained her calm presence, staying focused, balanced, and firmly in control of her approach. This was a display of genuine quality on clay, a surface that many observers were carefully assessing to see how she would adjust after moving on from a hardcourt season. And from the outset, Eala provided a clear and impressive answer. She looked completely comfortable throughout, never showing signs of uncertainty or difficulty with the conditions, and there was not a single phase of the match where her adaptation appeared in question. Her footwork was clean and efficient, her movement steady and well-balanced, and her ability to build points with patience and intelligence highlighted how naturally her game suits the slower clay surface. Everything about her performance suggested confidence and control, reinforcing the idea that she can translate her style effectively to this environment. Even at this early stage of the clay swing, she already stands out as one of the most formidable players in the draw. After the match, Eala also revealed the sportsmanship that has endeared her to many fans, remaining composed and respectful in victory as she took time to sincerely acknowledge Julia Grabher's effort, offering genuine praise for the level of resistance and determination her opponent showed. Her comments felt authentic rather than rehearsed, as she recognized the quality of the contest, appreciated the challenge she had faced, and extended her best wishes to Grabher for what lies ahead.